Oh, I've got the bitty bitty stash stocked up and then some to what I had before. There's also some under this log, and then I've got a bunch in the bug shelter under some cover there. And then the pieces of wood that were there are all put back, and I just need to find maybe 2 or 3 of those long, nice. I like that size. It's perfect for me. It's not too big. It's just right to burn. I don't need a huge fire. I just want a little warmth or to be able to cook or whatever, and that's it. So, the sky is once again getting dark. There's dark clouds coming in, and doesn't look too promising. Let's see what happens. The sky must be like right here in a tree, right on the island. It was so loud last night, like 11 o'clock. Just whistling away. All right, I'm gonna go back to my chair for a bit and have a little break. I've been working hard. All right, well, here's a quick tour of the new tent, the Midori 2. I've left it open. I have to hurry because the bugs are coming out all of a sudden now that the weather's changing. It has a little vent like my other one, and I found a neat trick last weekend. If I want to hold the door open, you can roll it, and there's a little thing there, but just for quick, easy opening, I just put it on the vent pull here and then put the Velcro back on it, and it holds the door open. So I'll give you a little tour. I wasn't expecting company, so it might be a little messy, but here it is. It's really nice and spacious inside. It's a little bit wider on the inside here than the Suma 2. I'm not going by measurements, I'm just going by what I know because I've used the Suma 2 a lot. Just have all my clothes there and bags and toiletries, not toiletries like toothpaste, but like things that don't have scent to them. Put my backpack over there. Underneath I always keep my tent bags and all that stuff under there. Got my bug shirt, just have my raincoat hanging there. It was a little bit wet this morning. Underneath my thermarest, I always put my PFD at night. It elevates my head a little bit and it helps me to breathe a little bit better. I have some sinus issues and postnasal drip and all that crap, so acid reflux. So it's always good if you can elevate your head when you have that stuff, so that helps a lot. And then over here is the back door, in case I need a quick getaway. And there's another door on that side. So because of the 2 vestibules, it really seems very spacious in here. And I want to close that so I can't. There's quite a bit of room and it's quite comfortable. So far I like it a lot. That's about it. Thanks so much for visiting. I hope you enjoyed your tour. It's 11:30. Time is just flying by. And I'm back in my chair. I finally got dressed. Oh, I gotta put my matching headliner on. One sec. That's better. Now I match. Well, I'm just kind of poking around. It's 11:35, 45, something like that. Finally put my eyebrows on. I'm just like taking my time today. This is not the normal trip that I would do on a May long weekend, but May long weekends for me the last several years actually have been pretty screwed up. A couple years ago I came here and the lake was still frozen for May long. Anna-Manipusing. All the other lakes were open, but the one I had planned to do a route off of, frozen. So I ended up going to Finlayson Park that night because I didn't have enough time to do anything. It was late, 7:30 or something, and I went to Finlayson, and then I made a new plan, and then I went to Iceland, which is where I should have went yesterday. I had this as a backup, and the reason that I didn't do this route was because it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough for me to do over 5 days. I don't know what happened yesterday. I was anxious all day, first of all, about the trip and driving here. Like, I just wanted to go home after work and lay on my couch and watch Netflix all weekend. I don't know why. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was the route. Maybe it was too difficult and I knew that, or I don't know. Maybe I'm just feeling sad and blue. Sometimes that happens to people. Whatever it was, when I got to the access, I went to untie my canoe. I undid one strap. I looked out on the water. There was about four people getting into a boat. It was a bigger boat. It wasn't a fishing boat, but it's a bigger boat. And they took off. And I'm pretty sure marinas have like a no wake zone or policy or whatever, but the boat just took off and left a huge wake. And then there was another one loading with two people in it, and they were going fishing. And there were two more people with another boat, and I was just standing there, and I just felt like I was in the wrong place and I shouldn't be there. The water was rough. Then the boats were making the water choppy with the wake. A friend of mine, just like a week or two ago, they were out canoeing and a speedboat came by. It slowed down when it went beside them, but just as it passed them, it hit the gas, and I guess it was a new owner or new driver or whatever, made this huge wake and they dumped. They're fine, they lost some of their stuff, but I always think about that stuff and I just don't like being around the speedboats. Nothing against you guys, you know, if I had enough money for a speedboat, yay, I'd be out probably too, but I just don't like being on big water with speedboats. All of that combined, I just said, you know what? I don't feel right, I don't feel good. It's something in me is saying, don't do this. So I got back in the car and I had research coming here first. As I said, it wasn't enough days for what I wanted to do, but such is life. So I'm gonna make the most of it and I'm glad to be here. But I just want to talk a little bit about what happened yesterday and why the trip got changed. Will I try that route again? I don't know, I'm not sure. I had everything ready to go because I knew it was going to start raining at any minute. So I just grabbed my bag and my chair, and now I'm in the bug shelter. And actually the bugs were starting to fly around me there just before it started raining. That was my first clue. Here it comes. It's raining pretty good, and I'm comfy cozy in my shelter, so hopefully the wind doesn't get too bad. It's supposed to increase by 12 kilometers in the next hour, and there's supposed to be like 47-kilometer wind gusts. So glad I'm sticking to camp right now. It's not that I can't be out, but I don't have any reason to be, so I might as well just chill out, and when it's nice tomorrow I can go exploring. Well, not every trip that you do is going to be exactly what you want it to be, but when all else fails, I've got cookies. All right, so the rain has stopped for the moment. I just went onto the weather network again. I keep checking because I have a signal, so why not? It's good to be prepared. I mean, I'm prepared anyways as much as I can be, but now it says between 11:50 and 3:30 p.m. there is a severe thunderstorm watch in effect. Wind gusts between 90 kilometers and 100 kilometers per hour. Yes, I'm going to grab another rope and put a second string on the canoe. And nickel to toonie sized, not loony, nickel to toonie sized hail. So awesome. I'm ready. I mean, worst case scenario, I go in the tent and hopefully it doesn't leak. It's a brand new tent, so I'm assuming it's good, but you never know. I should have tested it at home, but I just didn't have time, and it's a brand new tent, and it rained last night and this morning and it was fine. So I did bring my extra footprint just in case something happens and I need to use a tarp, and I have a couple of garbage bags, but I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm always up for a good storm, and like I said, I'm ready for it, so bring it. I might regret that later. All right, I'm just battening down the hatches in preparation of this potential storm. I just staked down the tent. I usually only have like 3 stakes in it. I just staked the fly out where the door is, and you know, there's 2 vestibules, so there's 2 there. And then there's a vent on either side. So I added another 4 stakes. tied the canoe up here. It was already tied up here. I moved it down into this little valley here, and I have a rope attached to each side of the seat. And the bug shelter, for now, I'm just gonna leave it and we'll see what happens. Now, I just checked the weather network. The wind is coming from the south, which is where my tent is, that direction. So even though I am on an island, I do have a bit of shelter. 90 to 100 kilometer winds. I don't know how much shelter I'm gonna get from that. If that actually happens, I might be in really big trouble. That's like really, really strong winds. For now, the situation is very calm, actually. It's pretty much the calmest it's been all day. And I kind of want to get in the canoe and go for a paddle now around the island. But I don't know. I just did all that securing. So I kind of want to stay put. See, this is the thing. Now I know, like, I have all day tomorrow and I have all day on Sunday. So just take my time. Here comes a little bit of wind just starting to pick up. Birds are still singing away. They don't care. Wow, look at how clear the water is. Another look down here in the front. Water is so clear, and then it just drops off. Oh, I'm so mad I didn't bring my fishing rod. Oh well. Well, it's 1 o'clock here on Cliff Lake. Things are still pretty calm. There's the odd wind gust here and there, but nothing crazy yet, so that's good. I'm kind of hoping for the storm, and I'm kind of not hoping for the storm, because if something really bad happens, you know, then I'll feel guilty, but you never really know what you're going to get. I mean, 90 to 100 kilometer winds is really, really strong, so I'm quite concerned about that. The rest of it, I'm okay with. Not, you know, I don't love it, but I think it would be kind of cool. I like storms. I like watching them as long as I'm safe and secure, but I don't know if that's the case for winds that high. I'm just making lunch. I have some Ha 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 Moo Laughing Cow cheese. Just putting it on my wrap. And I brought, oops, and apparently on my hand, I have some German salami here, and I also have some kielbasa. I've actually been craving kielbasa. I haven't had any for, I don't think since like probably summer, maybe like Christmas and New Year's. Oh yes, I did have some over Family Day weekend at New Lake. We had some on our charcuterie board, but I haven't had any recently, and I've been kind of craving it. So this is turkey kielbasa, and I'm just gonna slice this up. And I don't have a plate or anything because I'm supposed to be traveling light. So I'm just kind of using my lap, and I was using the placemats, but I've got them covering all the firewood. And over here they're acting as a table. I've got the firewood like all spread out evenly, and then I have the 2 placemats over it, and I've got my glasses over there, and that's where I've been keeping my phone and my drinks and all that kind of stuff. So, not sure how I'm gonna make this wrappable, but so I'll just cut it up, slice it up thin, stick it on there. Bon appetit. I'm gonna go eat. See you later. Well, I've had some lunch. I fixed my selfie stick. There's a little screw in the back that keeps loosening. This is a tiny bit different than the last one I had. And when I go to take portrait pictures or videos or whatever for like stories, and I turn it, all of a sudden it gets all floppy and it won't stand up straight. So I know the screw is loose. So I brought a little tiny bit to match the screw, and I taped it with packing tape on the lid of the bear vault, just so I know where it is, because it's a tiny thing, right? Like I don't want it to get lost. and I couldn't think of where to put it, so I taped it to the bear vault. So I was having lunch, and I'm like, oh, I'm having lunch. Fix my selfie stick, all good. Some serious winds over there. You'd think that being on an island, I would be in trouble, but it's barely windy here. It's blowing good over there in the trees. It's coming straight up the lake. I'm just sitting up here in the captain's chair, just like watching everything from behind. Welcome to the behind the scenes of the storm arrival on Cliff Lake in Temagami, Ontario. Watching the bumblebee. Just visiting all the blueberry flowers. Buzzing away. Well, they have spun the wheel at the Weather Network again, and now they are saying that between 5 and 7, it's going to be sunny, partly cloudy. And then at 7 p.m., there's thunder and lightning again. Oh boy, this day is so up and down. I'm hot, I'm cold. The sun comes out, kind of warms me up. Then the wind comes and it's cold. It's 20, feels like 22, but I am in tank top, long sleeve, and my raincoat, and I have my hiking pants on. They're pretty thin. I'm gonna put my tights on because I'm sitting here and I'm like chilled, and I shouldn't be. My thermometer in the tent says it's 20 degrees, so I shouldn't be cold, but I don't know. I'm always cold. Wow, what is going on? Not much happening here. Hasn't rained in a while. The winds are still coming and going, but nothing crazy. It's been a pretty chill afternoon. I am going to make dinner now. Apparently lots and lots and lots and lots of rain is coming now between 7 and, I don't know, 11 or 12. Something like 10, 15 millimeters of rain. It's just gonna like, and it's supposed to be windier. So right now it says it's 42-kilometer gusts, which I'm not feeling here at the campsite. Maybe 20, if that, 25. And it's supposed to go up to 57 is the highest, and that's between that rain period. So my plan is to make dinner, get everything cleaned up. Maybe I'll bring a snack with me into the tent, put away most of this stuff, drop the bug shelter down, and then I can sit outside. The bugs aren't bad. They're a little bit bothersome here and there, but they're not biting here at all. It's not even close to how they were in Halliburton last week. So I'd say the bugs are maybe 2 weeks behind Halliburton at this point. Or I don't know, maybe they'll come out tomorrow or the next day. But at this point, they're not bad. I'm itching from bites that I had last weekend still. I got some really nasty black fly bites and they're still itchy. So anyways, I'm going to be making dinner now. I'm making something super simple, something that I kind of fell in love with last year in Temagami when I was on a trip, which is the creamy bacon carbonara, well, any type of pasta with tuna, which I'd never made before until last year, and I know lots of people have made it before, but I hadn't, and it was so good. Now, when I made that meal, I brought butter to put into it. I brought 2 different kinds of cheese. I didn't bring that much fancy stuff because I was supposed to be doing some crazy portages. The last one was 2,600 meters on Sunday. So I tried to pack good stuff. Like I got mostly OTG meals, but this is one of the meals that I brought of my own because I really liked it last time. And I've been craving this all day. So I just brought a little bit of Parmesan cheese. I bought that, you know, you have it in the shaker for like spaghetti and stuff. I went and got some of that, and I've been trying that in my meals. I used some last weekend with Tam when I made the garlic Alfredo fettuccine with chicken and asparagus. And it was good. So, and then I have some mozzarella that I have left over from my hamburger yesterday. I brought like 6 slices. I put 3 on the burger. I ate 1.5, and I have 1.5 left. So I'm just gonna throw that in there too and add it to the sauce. And then of course I have some garlic. I always like to add garlic to everything. So that's about it. That's what I'm going to be doing. Oh, I got my water in my little pot here. I'm really liking this little pot. I got it very, very dirty last night. I heated some water in the fire, on the fire. First it was on the fire. First it was on a rock with the fire around it, and then eventually it just got right under it because it wasn't boiling. And then I ended up, I think, using the stove for the last 2 minutes or so. But all right, so I'm going to boil the water, and then I'll show you the rest. All right, I just put the mozzarella cheese in there. I think I'm at the point now where I should turn it off and just let it thicken. Usually takes a couple of minutes after you turn it off to thicken it up. I just wanted to make sure I got as much liquid out as possible. I put the tuna in about 5 minutes ago just so it would absorb some of the liquid. Extra yummy, and I think it's good. Hope it's good. I'm hungry. It's about 20 after 5. It's about 5:30. It's too hot. I have to wait. Trying to break up some of the tuna. I like it when it kind of dissolves into the sauce and it's not like big, huge chunks. Big, huge chunk. Well, it's 6:45 and I'm just sitting out here waiting for the storm. I didn't have my glasses on when I was looking at the extreme thunderstorm warning. It actually says 3:50 a.m., not 3:50 p.m. So it's still on until 4 a.m. And the most of the rain now of the weekend is coming in the next few hours. So it's almost 7 and it's supposed to start raining at 7, then 8 o'clock it's like 4 millimeters, 9 o'clock it's like another 3 millimeters. Like the next couple hours is supposed to be like just dumped on, and thunder and lightning. So we'll see what happens. I've got everything at the tent. I just have my one bag, as I call it, my camping purse. I use this for the bear vaults, and then when I get to camp I take the bear vaults out and I just put all my stuff in it. Like I have my water in there, my charger, I have like a monocle so I can see across the water, my glasses, my sunglasses, my bug net, all that kind of stuff. So I'm just sitting here and I'm literally ready to go. I just am waiting to drop the bug shelter until it starts looking a little bit more evil. I burned a little bit of just like my toilet paper stuff, so I just burned that. So I just want to make sure that cools down sufficiently before I drop the top down. The wildlife has been very quiet today. I heard that loon call early this morning. I've heard a couple of birds here and there, but not like yesterday. Yesterday they were so loud and just singing away all night long. Today it's almost like they're hiding. It's really strange. There's no beaver, no weird creature in the water over here, although that was a bit later yesterday when that happened. But there were even ducks over here that I startled that went quacking across, and today it's just been really, really quiet. literally, I stopped that video, and the bird that's in this tree over here somewhere, one of these trees, he called. Like right after I pressed stop. Like, oh, I haven't heard anything. It's calling across to the other, I don't know, the other side of the lake somewhere. There. Okay, now you reply. I guess they're done their talk. Well, it's 7 o'clock. It says that it's raining here on the Weather Network, so it must be coming soon. And it's warmed up. There's like this beautiful warm breeze. I just checked the temperature on there. It says 23, feels like 26. And all of a sudden I just was like, oh, it's like this warm tropical breeze. You know, when you're in the Caribbean or somewhere, if you've been, there's this beautiful warm moist breeze, and I'm assuming that's the rain mixed in there that's giving me that, I don't know, that scent. But it's really, really nice. Just enjoying it as long as I can, sitting out here as long as I can. You can hear on the bug shelter that the rain is just starting. I took it down. I just got a warning on my phone about potential tornadoes coming through and some crazy stuff still about to happen. So I don't want to take any chances. Just it's something that takes 15 minutes. I don't want to lose my bug shelter. I mean, if there's a tornado, I'm sure there's nothing I can do about it. But if the winds are 60, 70 kilometers like they're predicted, it said 57 the last I checked in this area, but tornadoes and stuff like that can just pop up. So I've dropped it down, I put a bunch of rocks on it, and I'm just sitting outside waiting for the rain. It's just starting to rain now, so I think I'm probably going to head towards my tent and chill out in there. I got my map ready. I got to do some trip planning, so I'm going to do that next. It's raining, it's pouring, I'm not snoring. Right, it's 10 after 8 and it's just starting to rain again. I just ran out and went pee really quick because it had stopped for a little bit, and it's always hard to pee and go to the bathroom when it's raining out. It's the worst thing. So I thought I'd take advantage. I'm just gonna have a peek out my back door here and see what's going on. Looks like a bit of the vestibule, so it can still stay dry. It's just dark and dreary like it's been all day. It's weird not to see the bug shelter because that's what I could see from here. Earlier I couldn't see the water, but now that's down on the ground. So it's just raining. It's not even raining really hard. And there's just a few rumbles of thunder here and there. I just heard the loudest thunder ever. I screamed. First it was lightning, and then there was a huge crack of thunder. Oh, wow. Let's see if I can see anything. Maybe there'll be some more lightning. Oh, I can't do this with one hand. So much lighting. The whole tent lit up. I love that I can sit here and look out. Come on. That was freaky loud. Such a crack. Here comes the monsoon. Okay, time to close up shop. Well, it's 8:45. I'm in the thick of it now. I wanted to leave the light off so you could see the lightning. There's quite a bit of it. Little thunder. It was just pouring really hard. It just let up a little bit. Oh, and there's the lightning. Oh, that's a bright one. It's absolutely deafening in here. It's 9:53. It's still pouring. The thunder's died out, and I have a tornado warning until 11 o'clock. I got an Amber Alert on my phone about a half an hour ago saying that there's a tornado warning and to take cover. I'm covered, I guess. I'm really glad I took the bug shelter down, but so far it's just been a lot of rain. It's been a bit of lightning and quite a bit of thunder. The wind is not even, I don't want to say much about the wind, but I haven't noticed any wind at all. So hopefully I'm good, but we'll see. Well, it's 11:15 and it's just sprinkling a little bit now. The thunder has stopped, the lightning has stopped. I've never experienced any crazy winds at all. So that never started, so it hasn't stopped. And I'm really sleepy, so I'm gonna go to bed. I can finally hear again. The rain was actually deafening, like on the tent. It was unbelievable how loud it was. And it was a fun little storm. It lasted quite a while, and I think most of it is over now. It's supposed to stop raining around midnight, and that's it till about 5 o'clock tomorrow. So maybe it rained enough that it's not even going to rain tomorrow. Let's hope. I'll check the forecast when I get up, but for now I'm heading to sleep. I am so tired. Good night. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you saw, please click the subscribe button. Also click the bell for notifications. If you'd like to get more information on the stuff I use on my trips, please check out my website at CamperChristina.com. Thanks. Bye.